Polar Bear, What Do You Hear? By Bill Martin Jr. Polar Bear, what do you hear? I hear a lion roaring in my ear. Lion, what do you hear? I hear a hippopotamus snorting in my ear. Hippopotamus, what do you hear? I hear a flamingo fluting in my ear. Flamingo, what do you hear? I hear a zebra braying in my ear. Zebra, what do you hear? I hear a boa constrictor hissing in my ear. Boa constrictor, what do you hear? I hear an elephant trumpeting in my ear. Elephant, what do you hear? I hear a leopard snarling in my ear. Leopard, what do you hear? I hear a peacock yelping in my ear. Peacock, what do you hear? I hear a walrus bellowing in my ear. Walrus, what do you hear? I hear a zookeeper whistling in my ear. Zookeeper, what do you hear? I hear children growling like a polar bear, roaring like a lion, snorting like a hippopotamus, fluting like a flamingo, braying like a zebra, hissing like a boa constrictor, trumpeting like an elephant, snarling like a leopard, yelping like a peacock, bellowing like a walrus. That's what I hear. The end. Follow the Polar Bears by Sonia W. Black. Polar bears here, polar bears there. Come, let's follow the polar bears. Polar bear is snug inside her den. No food, no friends, waiting. Then, finally, her waiting ends. Here comes one cub. Here comes another. Polar bear twins, a sister and a brother. Mother bear cuddles her babies, soft as silk. Cubs huddle and nurse on mom's warm milk. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks go past. 4, 5, 6 weeks, their eyes open at last. By 7 or 8 weeks, or maybe one more, the cubs stand up and walk on all fours. Ready, set, they go outdoors. There's so much to learn, so much to explore. Little cubs, look. Ooh, what a sight. Ice is everywhere. Everything is snow white. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Smell the danger in the air. Ice foxes are very near. Little cubs, beware. Brr, freezing winds blow, but no need to worry. Cubs stay warm in their coats, thick and furry. Whoops! Be careful, don't tumble, don't slip. Pads on their feet help give a firm grip. Cubs roll, cubs run. Cubs swim and have fun. Hungry cubs watch as Mom hunts for meals. Her long, sharp claws catch slippery seals. Polar bears' teeth tear, rip, and chew. Walruses and salmon, birds and seaweed too. Once small cubs, now they're all grown. It's time to go off and live on their own. Polar bears, each finds a mate. Soon there's something to celebrate. Polar bears here, polar bears there. Little polar bear. Mama watches her cubs as they slide into the ice-cold sea. They are used to being in snow, on ice, and in freezing cold water. Their thick fur keeps them warm and helps them float. Learning how to swim is very important as polar bear cubs grow up. Polar bears get used to living with other friends above and below the water. Look, there is a seal. Let's catch up to it. Just like little boys and girls, polar bear cubs are very curious. The polar bear cubs wonder what's inside the bird's egg. Yum, looks like we found our lunch. In the winter, polar bears sleep inside their snow dens. In the summer, they sleep outside. Polar bears, both young and old, enjoy long naps. After exploring and having fun, Mother polar bear and her little cubs enjoy some rest. The end. Polar Babies by Susan Ring. Wake up, polar babies. It is a big day. Polar babies learn to fish. This polar baby loves to fish. This polar baby loves to sleep. Polar babies learn to swim. This polar baby loves to swim. This polar baby loves to sleep. Polar babies learn to walk on the ice. This polar baby loves the ice. This polar baby loves to sleep. Oh no, a big, big polar bear. Polar babies learn to run. Run, polar babies, run. Polar babies run over the ice, past the fishing hole, into the water, and back to their safe, safe den. Now this polar baby wants to sleep. What does this polar baby want? Another big day. The end. Little Polar Bear by Jeff Mack. Hush, little polar bear, sleep in the snow and dream of the places where sleeping bears go. Sail the high seas on the back of a whale. Land on a beach and then follow a trail. Wade through a marsh where the tall grasses grow, where butterflies flutter and warm breezes blow. Bounce through a pasture where cows come to graze. Creep through a cave with an underground maze. Swim through a waterfall, splash in a stream, paddle past rainbows that glisten and gleam. Swing through the trees from a dangling vine. Forge through a desert where stars shimmer and shine. Climb a tall mountain where billy goats play, where breezes grow cooler and clouds fade away. Leap from the peak and then float through the sky. Soar as the hawks and the eagles fly. Dive through the clouds to a town far below, with the lights from the street lamps all aglow. Drift through my window, crawl into bed, curl up beside me, and rest your sweet head. Pretend that you're sleeping and dreaming like me. Then look right beside you, and that's where I'll be. The end.